Hi. Shepherd, I shall not want him, make an eye like down in a green pasture, him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul, him leadeth I that a part of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I Rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepare a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with no oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Here we are not neutral. Never. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth. And of course, my name, Blakk Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its sumptuousness, in all its palatability, for the nourishment of the whole family. This is what we do here. My brother, my sister, we pick up so many different ideas from all walks of life. And then we sieve out the creme de la creme of all this and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. And of course, we are live on YouTube. We are also live on Facebook. Do me a favor, share the broadcast. At the same time, hit on the like button and send in your comments. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. And I want to say thank you so much to Tap Tap Send. When it comes to Tap Tap Send, we have brought an end to an era where people have to travel several hundreds of kilometers in order to relocate. Relocate what? All their energies, my brother, my sister, in sending money to Ghana. My brother, my sister, in the days when we had to travel several miles away in order to locate a certain branded building, sit down, wipe the sweat from out of our face after several hours of walking, fill out lengthy forms before sending money to Ghana. That era is past and gone. My brother, my sister, Tap Tap Send has brought in a new era where you can send money to Ghana even in the comfort of your homes. You could even be on your WC, in your shower, maybe on the farm, even on horseback, or anywhere. Could even be on a treetop. My brother, my sister, while fishing, in your fishing boat or canoe, no problem at all. You can send money via Tap Tap Send to Ghana. Now tell me, what part of the globe are you in? Are you in Australia? Are you in Canada? Are you in the United States of America? Are you in the European Union? Maybe you are in the United Kingdom. If not, then you must be in the United Arab Emirates. My brother, my sister, the UAE, capital Abu Dhabi. My brother, my sister, if you are in any of these areas, then we are good to go. You can send money to Ghana via Tap Tap Send. How do you do it? My brother, my sister, download the Tap Tap Send app from Google Play or App Store. And once this is done, the good news is this. Start sending money to Ghana. But remember to use the promo code Blakk RASTA. And Blakk RASTA is spelled B-L-A-K-K-R-A-S-T-A. B-L-A-K-K-R-A-S-T-A. Remember, it's all capital. And watch out for the spelling. B-L-A-K-K-R-A-S-T-A. And once you send this using the promo code, you have a special bonus. Now, Tap Tap Send is making sure that so many communities in Ghana are being supported on some developmental journey. Recently, Tap Tap Send donated money to the Asantehene for development in Asante land. Many more such things are happening. That is why I'm a proud Tap Tap Sender. My brother, my sister, and it's raining amazing rates on Tap Tap Send. We have some of the best rates in the world. My brother, my sister, and the speed, the rapidity, the momentum, the velocity with which money is sent via Tap Tap Send is geometric. Bah! And it is there. My brother, my sister, remember to use the promo code Blakk RASTA. Watch the spelling, B-L-A-K-K-R-A-S-T-A, when you are sending money from any of these areas. Australia, Canada, USA, the EU, the UK, or the United Arab Emirates. Don't forget the promo code. It will ensure that you get special bonuses, and at the same time, you will be able to get your communities in Ghana and beyond supported for development. Remember to download the Tap Tap Send app from Google Play and also App Store. Well, my name is Blakk RASTA, Ghana's #1. This is Africa's finest, and it is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Today, we have 4 very important stories to look at. Story number 1. Manhyia comes after Paul Adom-Otchere. Manhyia comes after Paul Adom-Otchere. Who is Paul Adom-Otchere? Who is Paul Adom-Otchere? He was born somewhere in 1974, March. He is a broadcaster and a journalist. He knows his work quite well. He's a good communicator. Paul Adom-Otchere, my brother, my sister. And when he has his show on TV, so many people are logged on and tuned in. My brother, my sister. He works with Metro TV. And he has a program called Good Evening Ghana. Recently, he almost turned it into Good Morning Ghana when he started broadcasting, albeit just once or twice in the morning. Many people listen to him. Many people love to watch him because he has taken sides politically. And his party is now in opposition and is the biggest party in opposition in Ghana right now, and that is the NPP. Under the NPP, he was given a political position. He became the board chairman of the GACL, Ghana Airport Company Limited. And his wife, Rosemary, was also made the deputy CEO of Exim Bank. Now, with the booting out of Nana Akufo-Addo from power, they lost both positions. In fact, they had to resign. My brother, my sister, this is Paul Adom-Otchere. Recently, he was summoned by the OSP, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, where he was supposed to be interrogated on issues concerning procurement and even more. In fact, bottom line, corruption. My brother, my sister. In fact, Paul Adom-Otchere arrived at the OSP's office and he almost did not make it when it came to his bail. He was asked to produce 2 landed properties in his name. He said he didn't have that. In fact, I spoke with him about 30 minutes before I came on this show. And he told me, Blakk Rasta, it was not a very pleasant situation. They gave me a form to fill out, and I told them I didn't have any landed property in my name in Ghana. Yet the OSP still went ahead to demand that I brought 2 landed properties in my name before I would get bail. And when I told him I didn't have, they had to keep me there for 1 whole day. Well, the food wasn't bad, but it was not the best of places to go to. Our mattresses were on the floor, no bed, and I was in a cell with some other people. I think we were 4 in number, he told me. Blakk, there was no harassment. Nobody came to harass me or any of my cellmates. But at the end of the day, I came out the following day because some people made it possible for me to come out. Now, Paul Adom-Otchere, in his Thank You broadcast, mentioned so many top-ranking people who he said put pressure on the system so that he would be granted bail. My brother, my sister, amongst these people were Mensa Otabil, Pastor Mensa Otabil. He also mentioned the former Attorney General, and I'm talking about Godfrey Dame. He mentioned some lawyers also, inclusive, and then the biggest of them all, Manhyia. He said Nana Akufo-Addo even called him to solidarize with him and to put pressure on the system to have him have bail. Many people ask the question, what deal has Manhyia got with Paul Adom-Otchere, corruption, OSP, and bail? Why was Manhyia interested in freeing somebody suspected of some form of corruption? My brother, my sister, Manhyia has responded. Remember, we said it here, that Paul might just be mentioning some names, but Manhyia may not have put pressure on any system to have him have bail. Neither did Pastor Mensa Otabil do that. And all the other people that he mentioned, a lot of them may probably not have done what Paul said they did. Or was it a slip of tongue? Manhyia has finally spoken. What is Manhyia saying? Watch this. And this is from Ghana Web. It says, Manhyia Palace responds to allegations of interference in OSP investigation involving Adom-Otchere. Run the story. Watch this. It says, the Manhyia Palace has denied allegations that it played any role in the recent release of media personality Paul Adom-Otchere from the custody of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Now, the response follows widespread media speculation suggesting that the palace intervened to facilitate Adom-Otchere's release after his brief detention over a controversial revenue assurance contract awarded during his tenure as board chairman of the Ghana Airports Company Limited. Now, speaking in an interview on Opemsuo Radio, which is a Manhyia affiliated station, a senior palace official referred to as Prof clarified the official stance of the Asante Hene's palace. Dash it away. My brother, my sister. So, what we said is true. Everybody wants to feel that they have support. And when you are in a situation like this, you are in a hurry to mention some top-notch people in the society to put fear in your perpetrators. I am sure that was what Paul Adom-Otchere did. Because all those names mentioned were not lightweights, including Manhyia. And according to Paul, they called to solidarize with him and also empathize with him, maybe sympathize with him, but above all, they put pressure on the system to have him have bail. It's a way to say that, Paul, I am powerful. All these people are behind me. In fact, in some cases, he made it point blank. Like in the case of Tabiosori and also Mustafa Hamid, he said, they called and said, we told you that this will happen. We told you that this will happen. The OSP is no good. In fact, Paul made it look like all these people were against the OSP and therefore wanted Paul out. So many people were questioning what interest the Asante Hene has, Manhyia has, in a case that engenders what is known as corruption. What interest have all these people, Pastor Mensa Otabil and the rest of them, have when it comes to fighting corruption in the country? Now Manhyia has come out to speak. Manhyia played no role in the release of Paul Adom-Otchere. And when you listen to that interview, Prof goes ahead to say, how many times has this guy called Paul Adom-Otchere even come to the Manhyia Palace? Why should we be interested in him? He seems to be saying, my brother, my sister, will the other people also come out? Or will they keep mute and let it go that they actually put pressure on the system to have Paul Adom-Otchere released? Bernard was also mentioned. Professor Sarkodie was also mentioned. Many other top-ranking members of the society were mentioned as people who put pressure on the system to set him free, at least on bail. My brother, when we are fighting corruption, let's be serious and fight corruption. It doesn't matter who you are in the society. When you are invited to answer charges bordering corruption, my brother, my sister, you don't need all the entourage to come there and be singing and dancing to ask for you to go away or be bailed, like the NPP does. I think politicians in general love to do that. When one of their members is picked up for questioning, they think that by going there to make noise in their numbers, make a lot of noise, drum and dance, in fact, people would see that they have support and for that matter, leave them out. This is foolishness. This is absolute foolishness. When somebody is picked up by the police or by some other investigative outfit, it is all in the interest of Ghana. Ghanaians are not dumb. Ghanaians are watching and listening. When they realize that the right things are not being done, they are the same people who rise up against these investigative outfits and kick them out. Kwame Nkrumah said, the Ghanaian, paraphrase, the Ghanaian could be as patient as ever, but when the time is up for him to rise, nothing can stop him. So Paul, this is what Manhyia is saying. How many more people were mentioned in the tape as having come forward to solidarize and also put pressure on the system to have bail for Paul Adom-Otchere? It's the Blakk Ports, aka Kokoshodomo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. But can I just take the second story? Today we have 4 beautiful stories. Story number 2. Watch this. Professor Jinapor's PhD in lack of common sense. Wow. I didn't know there was a PhD in lack of common sense. But Hassan Ayariga is saying that. But who is Professor Jinapor? Do you know him? Professor Jinapor. This is him. He's one of the Jinapors. My brother, my sister, and he is the boss of the G-Tech. Ghana, Tertiary, whatever. They are those who are supposed to make sure that the right accolades go to the right people. Are you a doctor, a PhD holder, or you are, in fact, you are a medical doctor? This is the work this man is doing. And for some time now, he has been hot on the heels of a lot of Ghanaians who use, better still, misuse the title doctor. Today, almost every church has a doctor who has never stepped in the classroom beyond JHS. When you walk the length and breadth of Ghana, there are so many people who misuse the title doctor. And one of them, according to Professor Jinapor Ahmed and the G-Tech, is Hassan Ayariga. This is Hassan Ayariga. I've spoken with him at length over his PhD, and he said he has 3 PhDs, which are honorary PhDs, but he has 1 academic PhD. Now, Professor Jinapor says that he has been contradictory when it comes to his PhD. Today he's asked in what he has his PhD, and the next day he says something else. Now he says that, but Hassan Ayariga has come out to say there's no controversy. There's nothing like contradictions in what he says, and he made it clear that he has this PhD, and it is in this subject that he studied and researched, and he has his academic PhD. But G-Tech is still on the heels of Hassan Ayariga, asking him to provide information, asking him to provide evidence as to whether he truly has the PhD that he claims he has or not. Now, according to Hassan Ayariga, they have not written any letter to him. He has not received any letter. But when I spoke with Professor Jinapor, he said it's a lie. We wrote a letter, in fact, to Hassan Ayariga, and he responded to us and still ended up calling himself Dr. Hassan Ayariga. So I asked Ayariga if he had the letter. He said no. Ask them to provide that letter. They should show it publicly. So I asked Dr. Jinapor to give me evidence, and this is the evidence. It's a response from Hassan Ayariga, as you can see. He says, Dr. Hassan Ayariga, P.O. Box 1557, WY, Kwabenya, Accra, 15th July, 2025. Dear Professor Augustine, subject, response to G-Tech inquiry on academic title. Good morning. I have received your letter from G-Tech requesting information regarding the basis for my use of the title doctor. I find it necessary to ask, is this inquiry part of a nationwide verification initiative by G-Tech, or I am being singled out for specific reasons? I believe such requests must be handled with fairness, consistency, and due respect. As a citizen of this country and a public figure, I expect such engagements to be conducted with professionalism and objectivity, not targeted scrutiny. I therefore request that You clarify the motive behind the communication and avoid any further unnecessary correspondence of the nature unless grounded in lawful procedure. With due respect, I would also appreciate some clarity on whether this is a general policy being applied to all individuals using academic or honorary titles in Ghana, or whether this request is being made specifically in relation to me as mentioned above. Transparency in such matters is important, especially when directed at individuals in the public space. I trust your response will help clarify the intent of this request, and I remain available to engage further if needed. Awaiting your response. Thank you. And when you read it further, it says, yours sincerely, signed, Dr. Hassan Ayariga. This was what GTech gave to me. In fact, Professor Jinapor, he said this came from Hassan Ayariga. Hassan Ayariga told me point blank that he wrote no letter. He has not received any letter and he has not responded to any letter. Is this truly coming from Hassan Ayariga? As purported by GTech. In fact, Dr. Jinapor made this clear when he said that Ayariga wrote back, and he still called himself Dr. Hassan Ayariga, as you see here, and that they are still waiting for him to provide evidence, or else he should stop the use of the title doctor. Could this be from Ayariga? He told me that he has not written any letter. Is this concocted? I asked why there's no signature there, and Dr. Jinapor told me that once it's written there, signed, because it was done over the internet, you don't really need to sign. It means that it's been signed. My brother, my sister, this is what it is. And I think that a very good job is being done. That's it away. There are so many charlatans, and I'm not saying Hassan Ayariga is a charlatan, no. So many charlatans in our space here who are using academic titles that they do not deserve. Hassan Ayariga has a beautiful argument. He says to go to the university, sit in a classroom, research and get a PhD. My brother, my sister, as compared to the man that a university looks up to and says, oh, you have done something monumental. The university is proud of you and wants to associate with you, so we are giving you an honorary title. Doctor. He asked me which one is more important, and that he is going to court to fight so that people with honorary titles can also use them. And he cited an example of Kwame Nkrumah using an honorary doctor title. Nkrumah didn't finish his PhD. At a point, he left it and came to Ghana. But the university looked at how much work he had done and decided that it was enough to merit a PhD and gave it to him. So he had a semi-merited and a semi-honorary doctorate. But Hassan Ayariga is asking, which one do you prefer? The one that somebody has worked hard in some space, impacted on society and given an honorary title, or the academic one that you only have to just go and research and write and pass? This is a question for the gods. But GTech is on the heels of all these people and is making sure that they are all whipped into line. Too many people have the title doctor, and they do not even know how a research is done. Is Hassan Ayariga one of those? Or is he being victimized? Now, is it even important to ask if I am the only one you are asking for my certificate? What I know is that academicians are normally in a hurry to flaunt their certificates where they are asked. Where somebody tries to hold back the certificate, he must have a special reason for doing that. Especially when an outfit like GTech, mandated by law to do this, is trying to make it happen. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have 2 more stories. Send your comments in and we'll be reading them. This is the voice of the people, the headquarters of the truth. Hey! Hey, wayo.
Blakk, Kuku show them.
Could show them all, and here we speak truth to power. Okay? Story number 3. Watch this. I want to break NKRUMAH'S record. Who is saying this? You know him? Kennedy Ohene Akwampreku Agyapong. My brother, my sister. He is a man who wants to be the president of the country in the next elections and beyond. He is a businessman who has 277 houses in Ghana alone. He is a businessman who has worked very hard. According to him, he sold candies on the street, PK, when he was coming up. There were some who said he had been involved in drugs. But over the years, he has fought very hard. In fact, to push away the drug title. In fact, it's common knowledge that he was accused of that. And he stood very firm against it and asked for evidence. From that time till now, no single person has been able to come with one single evidence. This is Kennedy Agyapong. When he's angry, he can fire in all directions, including his own associates. On live TV, he has called people foolish. On live TV, he almost sacked his own TV crew. My brother, my sister, this is Kennedy Agyapong. He is a man who can get angry and say a lot of things. Sometimes he returns to apologize. Other times, he doesn't give a rat's backside. My brother, my sister, Kennedy Akwampreku Agyapong. That's him. A former MP. He's been an MP for so many terms until he said enough. It's enough, and I need to move on with my political ambition of becoming a president. My brother, my sister, in the last elections, he brought a new term on the political scene, albeit not a new term, but in the political space, it was new. Showdown. He threatened to give some people what he called showdown. And one of them was the sitting president at the time, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He prized himself in the fact that he's a major financier of his political party, the NPP. In the last elections, many were those who wanted him to go solo. In other words, to go, my brother, my sister, against his own party as an independent candidate. But he said no. He went ahead to campaign for Bawumia, even though he swore under his teeth that he will never do that. At the end of the day, he gave an excuse that when it comes to his turn, he expects Bawumia to also join to campaign for him. My brother, politicians say one thing here, and in the next vein, they are saying a different thing. We are used to hearing them saying two different things, and they want to convince us that it's the same thing. They are very good at that. But this is a man that almost every Ghanaian knows he's also a crazy philanthropist. He's going for another primaries of his party, the NPP. And it looks like he's locking horns with his nemesis, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And this time round, so many youths are rallying around him, and prophets are prophesied in his favor that he would win the primaries and Dr. Bawumia would be history. Kennedy Agyapong granted in an interview to Kwesi Pratt Jr. an avowed NKRUMAH'S. And what did he say? Kennedy Agyapong had this to say. He is looking forward to breaking the record of Kwame Nkrumah. He says, everywhere he goes, he sees the achievement of Kwame Nkrumah all over the place. And he thinks that it is time for him to break the record of Kwame Nkrumah. He says he admires Kwame Nkrumah a lot. And Kwame Nkrumah was the first president of this nation. Now, many people are bemused. His party is a party that is an anti-Nkrumah party. Everybody knows that. This is the party that comes from the GP tradition. My brother, my sister, it is a party that is coming, my brother, my sister, from the history of people fighting Kwame Nkrumah, and many people believe that they were even responsible for his early demise. My brother, my sister, Kennedy Agyapong, despite his party's philosophical stance of anti-Nkrumahism, says he admires Nkrumah a lot. And there's no politician on earth, in fact, at least in Ghana, who has performed like Kwame Nkrumah. And he wants to step in and do more than Kwame Nkrumah. Let's listen to him in this interview.
And the role models, they are pragmatic ones. A pragmatic leader like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. When you look at the existing infrastructure in this country, about 60% of it was done by Nkrumah in the period of 9 years, from 1957 to 66. And up to now, we have not been able to match what he did. I go around the country and I see the works of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And he's been my role model. If any president in Ghana that I want to beat his record is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Wow.
And if you give me 8 years, I'll beat his record. Why I want to be president is that, one, we need a selfless leader. 2, we need a bold leader. 3, we need a decisive leader. And 4, we need a pragmatic leader. Enough is enough of the theories. We've been propounding theories, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I feel, first, we are not on top of the game because we have to be brilliant.
We need a pragmatic leader. We have been coming out with theory upon theory. It's time to actionalize, put into action, put into momentum all these ideas. Too much theories, yet no action. He says Nkrumah is his role model. Everywhere he goes in Ghana and around the world, he hears the name of Nkrumah. I am always happy when people see Nkrumah as a role model. It doesn't matter who you are. He didn't say that J.B. Dankwa was his role model. He didn't say that Buzia was his role model. It's probably the 11th sin of Kennedy Agyapong. His party has already identified 10 sins of Agyapong. And in this interview, he said he's been quiet all along because he doesn't want an 11th sin. But it looks like this statement that he has made would be the 11th sin of Agyapong. You see why? A lot of the times I admire this guy. He has defied his party. Buzia Dankwa Dombo. He's sitting with an Nkrumah'S and he's telling him, Nkrumah is my role model. He didn't say one of my role models. And that everywhere he goes, he hears the name of Kwame Nkrumah, not JB Dankwa, not Buzia, not Dombo, the heroes of his party. These are the people we need who will think outside the box. My brother, my sister. That's why I keep saying, when people say, oh, you don't like the NPP, and I say, yes, I don't like the party. But there are individuals in there that I admire and love, those people who think outside the box. Because the NPP is a whole philosophy. And I don't agree with that philosophy. But I agree with individuals in the party who have twisted that philosophy and are aligning with my thoughts. I can't love everything. I'm an Nkrumah'ist. So if you have a party that is anti-Nkrumah, why should I be part of the party? Why should I like it? When Nana Akufo-Addo was in power, he did everything he could to erase the name of Kwame Nkrumah. But people bigger than him and his grandfather combined couldn't stop the Nkrumah movement. He ended up refurbishing the Nkrumah Mausoleum. And it's one of the biggest tourist attractions we have in our country today. Can you joke with a man like that? Try JB Dankwa Mausoleum and see how many people will go there. Try Buzia Mausoleum and see how many people will go there. That's what Dombo is, an innocent man. I don't even want to go there. My brother, my sister, let's be serious. Kennedy is defying his party. And this statement that he has made, he's going to court love from a lot of Nkrumahs. There are a lot of people in the NPP who believe in the philosophy of Kwame Nkrumah. But for one reason or the other, they are still stuck in the doldrums of the party. It's not for me to ask why, but I wouldn't do that. My brother, my sister, it is what it is. To Agyapong, many people have also asked me, oh, he's pretending. He's only trying to win an election. This is a man who hardly pretends. Even at the peril of his life, he would say things. Go and kill him if you want. You know him. He will say all the rot. And if you are close to him a little bit, like those people who are close to him, you will know that this is a man who speaks his mind. And a man who speaks his mind is not a dangerous man. Because if he's coming to attack you, he tells you, I'm coming for you. If he's about to slap you, he will tell you, I'm about to slap you. He speaks his mind. A quiet man is very dangerous. Everything is in his head. If he's coming to kill you, he's smiling and coming. 1, 2, before you realize, choke, you are gone. Then you say, Kwasia. Sebi, sebi, sebi. My brother, I like people who speak. You get to know what they are thinking. You can align with some of the things and you know how to relate to them. But if you have people around you who do not talk, they are always quiet, be careful. Hey! To Agyapong, left to you and Bawumia alone, I support you. Bawumia should never ever win the primaries, let alone even go ahead to win an election. Never. We're tired. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we'll be taking your messages and we'll call it a day after the last story. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!
Blackpot. Coco show man.
It's the Blackpot, aka Coco Showdown, and here we speak truth to power. Okay, let's pick your minds quickly. Send your messages via YouTube. Send them also via Facebook, and we'll read them. Hope Awas says, hi, Master. Good evening. Mazi Ifeanyi Egedige. I love that name. Mazi Ifeanyi Egedige. With all respect to Ifeanyi Onyabo, rest in peace. Yes, a movie director who plied his trade in both Nigeria and also in Ghana. Blessed memory. Anytime I see the name Ifeanyi, it reminds me of my Nigerian brethren. He says he's watching us from South Korea. Rasta Jawil says, Muwa fire Rasta. Abdulaziz Rahim Ukpejo says, good evening, Blakk Warrior. And of course, Raf Mefetu says, greetings, Honorable Blakk. It's great listening to you. Drop the fire on the criminals stealing the resources of our beloved country. Criminals supporting a criminal. I agree with you. That's only if they did. It could be a lie. Maybe they just sent messages to say, you know what? Well, we know where you are and we pray for God's guidance for you. That's not a crime. Yes. Stephen Elikem Lawson says, Black Rasta, the African prophet, is here. Amu of fire. Maxwell Jirasa says, Mu of fire. Haji Dua says, watching live from Pisho. Big up to you and you, Black Emperor Kuku Showadamo. We speak truth to power. Alasan Abdul Rashid says, Paul is a menace. He should be sanctioned at the Manhyia Palace. Well, okay. Flip the page. More comments coming in. All right. You keep sending them in. Aruna Ibrahim says, good evening, Black Rasta. I'm watching you live from Tamale inside Chow Hilltop. Black Ghanaians will never forgive Nana Addo and his family and friends who have destroyed the country beyond control. But the current era seems to be doing better, and we are in support of the resetting agenda. I love your program. More fire. All right. Of course. Mahama is doing far better. And everybody can see what is happening. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu says, good evening, Black Rasta. Tompo says, Black, NPP and NDC, they are all the same people. Criminals. Adom-Otchere will go scot-free. That's a promise. This is Ghana for you. Shia Aputa. Yes, we have seen a lot of these things happen. Cecilia Dapa. In fact, and I'm following up on some story. We'll break them soon. No problem. But we are also here to put pressure on the system for it to work, not to free criminals. So we will never give up on our country. NDC, NPP. I'm looking up to the day where it will be one Ghana. No NPP, no NDC. Like it's happening in China. One national agenda. Our own people will select their own MPs. And all these people will sit in parliament and more. And select who should be the president, not on party lines. By then, the parties would have been disbanded. Mubarak MBK says equal rights and justice for all. All right? Okay? Nene Otisku says fire, vim. Sean Streetstorm. How are you doing, Sean? So why are you Black today? I'm watching you live from Wale Wale. I have a song for Wale Wale in my next album. He says, keep the good work. Thank you. Raf Mefitu says, there's no smoke without fire. He can't just mention those names for a show off. They all played roles in his bail. How about Manhyia, who said it's not true? They have not done anything to support his bail. JDSGH says, greetings, Black. We are live. Woyo. Stephen Jackson says, Woyo. We are live on Tuesday class. And a very good evening to you, Mr. Black Rasta. Sweet Papito says, Amara Rasta Samele, speak truth to power. Hey, come here. Woyo. Benjamin Achu says, blessed. Wani Boy says, good evening, Professor Black. Nice outfit. Keep speaking truth to power. Thank you. JDSGH comes back to say, bless you, Black. Beautiful outfit. Plus the studio is top notch. Woyo. All right. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. And then Gosway Jata says, good evening, Black Rasta. Come here. Woyo. AB says, your jandam is not going to work. Shame. Okay. Out of the millions, at least one person will come out and say that you are fake. That's okay. We are used to that. Blakk Rasta says, I am so scared of you. Ish, am I that scary? Really? I thought I was calm. I thought I was a gentleman. Scared of me? Please don't be scared of me. I'm only a patriot. I'm only a messenger. G-Tech should go after Napo too. Blakk. All right. I will speak to the boss. And we'll see. There are other people that I will like G-Tech to look at, to be very honest with you. Mr. and Mrs. Kenny. There's a guy called Tanko Computer. Recently they said that is whatever. It's one guy that will be asking for probe. Yes. He says, another deep quote of the day. My Professor Blakk Rasta, you briefly explain to us, to our understanding, Ghana first, one love. Well, you're talking about the Sankara quote, right? Well, they use debt to hold us down. That's what the West does. And if you read the book, what's the title of the book? It says The Economic Hitman. It's a very common book. It's spelled in it. And when you read it, you will shiver. When we find gold, diamond, and all that, they quickly come and say, oh, wow, they praise us, and they give us loans to be able to, get the gold out and all that. A lot of money. Plenty money. Greedy African leaders share the money, blow the money, and when it's time to pay, they can't pay. So they will become the paupers of the West forever. Whatever amount of gold they want, they will ask you, you have to give. Oil, you have to give because you owe them. So they use money, the debt system, to hold us down. Until we break away from the debt system, where we don't owe. I mean, can you owe a man money? And in the night, he's playing loud music. And you go and knock at his door and say, hey, Master, oh yeah, they do jai. Can you do that? The moment you are even approaching there, he's coming out. Famisi man. That is the principle Sankara is talking about. Mr. and Mrs. Candy, I hope that explains it. Comfort Ayite says, Agyapong is not truthful. Wadi Boy says, Mr. Showdown. Mutala Suraj Muhammad says, this criminal, he will give all the contracts to his numerous daughters and wives. This is hilarious. I like that. His numerous daughters and wives. Mr. and Mrs. Candy says, Kennedy might have his faults. But with this, I 100% agree with him. And we need a president that can challenge himself to beat Kwame Nkrumah's records. Or come near it. Ghana first. Yeah, that's the point I was making. Let's not rebuff and push away people who say, I want to beat Kwame Nkrumah's record. Nkrumah will be happy that we are beating his records. He laid the foundation. Well, Bra Isaac says, Paul Adom-Otchere is a coward. This is a journalist who ran away from his luggage at the airport because the OSP is looking for him to answer a few questions about corruption and accountability issues concerning his former office. Oh yes, I agree with you on that thing about the luggage. Kamaldeen Imoro says, why speaking truth always. Benjamin Tate, the general pathologist, says, Paul deserves a Vulture's award. Nino Brown says, Paul Adom-Otchere must be jailed for 15 years. Alfred Mustard Seed Aruk says, I could give birth to a child and name them doctor, professor, or engineer. Will this G-Tech people prosecute them for using these as their names? No, that's a different thing. So if you have a child and you name the child professor, and what is your name? Abdullah, right? Or Alfred, or Aruk. So he will be Professor Aruk. And professor is his first name. That's not a problem. But where you say doctor, DR, dot, is a title. It's not against you using it as your name. It's against using it as your title. You see that? That's what it is. All right? Many more comments coming in. All right? Keep the comments in. Yeah, man. Send them to Facebook, via YouTube to us, and we'll be looking at them. Let's take the last story. Story number 4. Watch this. Stomach politics. Gospel artist cries out over looming death. There's a gospel artist who said he supported the NDC to come into power. He even composed a song for the NDC. And in fact, they didn't honor him. Now he's hungry. His children are out of school. And he's about to die. So he's begging Mahama not to allow him to die like Daddy Lumba. And also, what's the name of the other guy? Dada Kedi. That's him. He's an accordion player. A lot of people know him. I don't know him, honestly. Run the story. Let's get the details of the story. And then we'll get into it. This won't take time. We're going to just run through it. President Mahama, don't let me die like Lumba. Dada Kedi, gospel musician, cries out. Run it, my youth. Ghanaian gospel musician evangelist Akwesi Nyaku has called on President John Dramani Mahama, lamenting severe economic hardship and neglect after supporting the National Democratic Congress in the past elections. In a video message that has since gone viral, evangelist Akwesi Nyaku expressed frustration over his current living conditions, stating that he has gone without food for 3 days and is unable to pay his child's school fees. President Mahama, it seems you've forgotten about me. I composed a campaign song for you. I am hungry. I haven't eaten in 3 days because I have no money. My child has dropped out of school because I can't afford the fees, he said. The gospel artist, who's widely known for powerful worship songs and public endorsement of the NDC, particularly in the Ashanti region, claims that his political involvement has affected his career negatively. I am not getting shows because I sang and campaigned for the NDC in the Ashanti region. Please come to my aid. Don't let me die like that. So this is a stupid man. He's a very foolish idiot, this guy. No sense. Dash. And bring him here. So if you are a musician, know your trade. There are people who are on both devices. NPP, NDC, and they love your music because your music has no color. But when you put color on your music, the idiot that you are, you will die hungry. This is what I keep telling my fellow musicians. You will never see me come out and endorse any political party using my music. Never. Not because I don't like the political parties. My music has no color. My music speaks to all colors, all races, all political people, non-political people. My brother, my sister. I won't put color on my music and limit it. But these idiots are very, very greedy. You have been holding that big old accordion in front of you. This weight. Churches invite you to go and play. In those churches, we have NDC and NPP. Then you come out and say, vote for the NDC. They are the best. They will win. Now you are telling me that they are not inviting you anymore to come and play in the churches because you endorse a certain political party. What foolishness. Why did you endorse the political party? Was it because of the ideologies of the party or because of your stomach? A lot of us endorse political parties because of our stomach, not the heart. That's why they end up like this idiot. I don't like it when people do not know what their job is. Those musician politicians who have made songs all this while for Lumba and the rest of them, let their political parties take care of them. I would not have a concert and invite musician politicians to come and mar my show. No, you won't get them. Anybody who has sung for any political party, I don't put them on my concerts. You are a politician. Go and deal with it. For me to bring you people who put color on me, no, sir. That's why you will never see me on a certain partisan platform performing for any political party. No. Yes, I like the money. I need it. It will help me to take care of some Kuchoko soldiers and do some other things. But the source of that money, in fact, philosophically, in principle, it's not money that I should take. If you are ready to sacrifice like this, you will never cry out to any politician. Today, as I stand, when I pick my phone and call any politician from the president all the way to the messenger of the president, they answer in a hurry. You know why? Because I don't torment them, asking them for unnecessary things. When I call you once and you don't answer, I call you twice, literally, I don't call you again because you have no respect. And when I meet you, I treat you like somebody who has no respect. I'm not after your money. I don't need it. My people in the ghetto are those taking care of me. It's poor people who feed me. People in the ghetto who work very hard. The 20 cedis they get, they come and give me 2 cedis and say, hey, Blakk Rasta, you are tired. And they want boy juma. Politicians don't feed me. I would have been dangerously rich by now. I am brilliant enough to break into any political arena and make it big. Why am I not in there? Any political party that comes into power, they say, oh, Blakk Rasta is against us. He is with the opposition. Every election here is like that. But Ghanaians have come to see who Blakk Rasta is. And I love the way people treat me. I'll tell you a short story. 2 days ago, I was driving around, what's the name of that area? Kwashiman. Coming from the KFC area there. And then the cars were not ready to stop. They were all going, and I had to move, man. You will be there for 1 million hours. That's how Ghanaians are. Nobody stops for you to come in. You have to force yourself in. There was a guy who pretended he was going to stop. The moment I tried to come in, he moved and I hit him. I grazed him a little bit. And I stopped. I didn't even know I had grazed him, but he stopped. And I realized that he jumped out of the car and he was approaching me in anger. I rolled down my glasses. When he looked at me, he comatose. He was like, hey, wow, is it you? Oh my God. God bless you. I love you. Look, tears were coming out of my eyes. A man whose car I had grazed. He asked me if my car was damaged, he was going to pay for it. I love you. Oh, I love you. If we had about 3 or 4 of you in Africa, and I have heard this over and over. Today even, 2 old women spoke with me. And if I mention their names, you would know them. They are like, Blakk, if you have any program, come, let's support you. It's because of the track record. If I had sung for NDC, NPP people be fighting against me. But when I fight ideologies. I fight corruption. I tell you, this woman who used to be the ambassador to America, she was recently on my show, Hajia something, Halima. We agreed to have an interview on my show, I think last month. And then later, I realized she was dragging her feet. I didn't understand, but I didn't really mind. When she finally came on the show, you know what she said? She said, Blakk, when the announcement came out that I was supposed to come on your show, many were those who called me and said, aye, you are going on this man's show? He's anti-NPPO. But the thing about him is that he is fair. In fact, I went numb. He's anti-NPPO, but he is fair. Another time they will say he's anti-NDCO, but the most important thing that he is fair. So if you are fair, how can you be anti? That's how come she came. And after the interview, you saw her dancing to reggae music. She was so excited. Those of you who didn't watch that interview, go back and see it. We are fair. How can you say you are fair when you are affiliated to feuding parties, NPP, NDC? You can't be fair. I might have a party that I support. It's not for me to come out and say, this is the party I support to vote for my president to. No, it's a personal judgment. Look at what is happening. Like Kufuor used to say, she was sitting amuna to abapa. So when you have these idiots with accordions in their hands or guitars in their hands. They know some do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and they can compose something. They want to chop gidi gidi. Mindidi, and the bell and sending mindidi, and your ding. You'll be shocked that this guy will be given a job. On pay job no, or pay every day beje. Or pay engine account na manuska de bia. After all, what to mama NDC. What is this nonsense? That's it. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kuku Shonemo, where we speak truth to power. Shall we take your final comments and we are done for the day? Okay? Kamaldini Moro says, who wouldn't hold in high esteem the most remarkable leader to ever grace the continent of Africa, Kwame Nkrumah, whose charisma and visionary leadership resonated far beyond the borders of Ghana. Lovingly hailed as a pioneer and a formidable force in the liberation movement, he remained a figure of admiration even in the eyes of his adversaries, who were unable to ignore his profound impact and steadfast dedication to greater cause of African, yes, to the greater cause of African unity and independence. Nkrumah lives. It just says Nkrumah Tiase. Such eloquence. Fourth year, Albert Mandela says, Kuku, show more fire. Sally Delwinde says, ask Ken to go and join SEPP. Yadobo says, good evening, my teacher. More fire. Perry K. Laston says, big up Blakk Rasta. God bless you for your good works. Kuku Shonemo. And he says, watching you live from Letebio Kwashe, the yard bar. Bishop Samuel Osei says, Blakk Rasta. Why? That's my bishop. Hey, Bishop has traced me. He has seen the hole I'm hiding in. He ordained me as a pastor, man of God. Kola. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I love him so much. I love him. Bishop Samuel Osei, a very powerful man of God. In fact, seriously anointed. He operates in all the giftings. In fact, he is a teacher. And when he's teaching the Bible, oh my God, you think he wrote the Bible. Find me a photo of Bishop Osei. In fact, when he's teaching the Bible, you think that he wrote the Bible. And when he's moving in the prophetic, you would think that he taught Moses how to prophesy. Jesus. Oh my God. You would think that he was the one who trained Elijah, who also trained Elisha. In fact, and he's non-controversial. You wouldn't hear his name that he has done this year. No. A great man of God. Sometimes you bring tithe to him and he will tell, what is this tithe for? You are sick. Your daughter hasn't gone to school. Use the money to go and pay your tithe. My brother, my sister, a very powerful man of God. I truly love him. I do. Papa. Healing, teaching, preaching, deliverance. Oh, almost everything. My brother, if all pastors and men of God were like him, I am sure that all these wenchu that we are hearing, we will not hear them. Yes, the Breakthrough Family Ministries International is where he operates. And he worships right there at, what's the name of the area? Accra. These days, I'm getting a little hazy. Yeah. That's Nyaniba area there. Yeah, Nyaniba area there. You know, yes, Kama. Is it Kama? Yes, Mikado. That's where he is. That's Bishop Samuel Osei. His father sent him to the university in America to go and study. And after studying for 1 year, he told his father that he wanted to leave the university and come and preach. But I said, You see, hey! Sofu Kwantabisa. What's he saying? Kwantabisa. What's he saying? Ha! Mamimbra America obete. My brother, he followed his heart and the mission of God. He went back to the university, finished up and finished again and again, and still held on to the Bible. I love people like this. Non-controversial, supportive of the congregation. He has a huge church in Takrade. Yes, I love him. I truly love him. I went with him to Nigeria to preach the other day. And oh my God, he's so well known in the area there and beyond. And he told me, Blakk, just come and observe. Sometimes he doesn't know whether to call me Pastor Blakk or Blakk Rasta or my brother, my sister. Bishop, I honor you and thank you so much. I appreciate you. Dash and bring me the comments, right? I love Bishop Osei-Tutu. Sammy Captain says, Blakk, we are too much. Sedu Isaka says, greetings from Tokyo. Julius Quiz says, greetings from Abokobi. Boy. Don P says, fire. Hussein Ibrahim says, Blakk Rasta, watching you live from Tamale here. Wow. Tamale Kaula. Ernest Coffee says, Blakk, oh, Blakk Rasta, keep on facing the facts. Yeah. All right. It looks like we've run out of comments. If your comments have not been read, feel no way. We have taken about 15 minutes of the extra time, and we don't want to go beyond that. We appreciate you. We love you. Share the broadcast. Let everybody get to see this. We love you and we appreciate you. God bless you. On behalf of my team here, Lenche is right there inside the MCR. Thanks so much to Oheneba, Prince Ofori. Oheneba, Prince Ofori. My brother, my sister, and of course, our boss. The whole place, our boss is one Stanley, Kojo Opare. Yes, my brother, my sister. We appreciate you and we love you. Big up the man, Osajefo, and big up Jeff, big up Ajeto Sowa, big up, love and respect to the whole team. It's a very brilliant day. And all I can say is, hi! Hi! Woyo! Come on!